All right, so welcome to Real Estate B School. The B stands for business. I got an MBA from Duke University Fuqua School of Business and paid over 100 grand for it. And luckily, it doesn't cost that much to be here today. But I really do commend each and every one of you for taking action and really making a commitment to yourself to do business a different way than everyone else in our industry. Most agents, as you know, kind of just go from deal to deal, kind of no systems, no real client service, repeatable client service effort. So that is not what we're doing here on this call. We're working toward developing true systems in our business, and ultimately, as I look back over the last 6 years, I'm able to connect the dots and really look at a very, very, very simple business. And I think the types of people that are attracted to me and what I've been working on building out for everyone, we really do want to have the latest and greatest, and we're entrepreneurs and we're cutting edge and all that good stuff. But when it comes down to it, real estate's a very simple business. So the goal here is to build out a step-by-step system to help simplify your business, cut expenses, and sell more homes working less hours. So let's go here. All right. So like I said, everyone on this call, there's lots of real estate agents, right? So everyone here, very small percentage of you, the general agent population that are willing to step out of their comfort zone and to really realize and embrace that there's a different way to do real estate. Change is obviously a scary thing. I went through every time I stepped out of my comfort zone and I changed a part of my business to move forward to building a true business. Really, really scary. I can't tell you how weird it felt to stand in front of a group of agents, my team, a small team at the time, 2, 3 agents and an admin, and feel like I was a fraud. So just know that it's normal to go through those types of feelings as you grow out a true business and as you grow as a person into these different roles that are required of you as you build a real business. In my opinion, and of course I'm a little jaded, Real Estate B School, quote unquote, provides real estate agents with one-of-a-kind business training. It combines strategy and tactics with tools and systems. So much of the training out there today is focused on some tactics, some tools, but doesn't really put it together in a way where you can really scale your business and ultimately step out of the business and do it in a way where you have a profitable business that's sustainable left after you step out. So I know other team leaders that are selling as many homes as I sell, and they are required to be in production because of the margins that their business would afford them if they were to step out. They wouldn't make money if they didn't sell the homes themselves personally. So main purpose of this training is to help you build a sustainable business. You guys know that. That's why you're here. Based on systems. It's the ultimate business blueprint for real estate agents. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this chart, but I want you to know that this is the basis for how we'll communicate about the training. So each of these building blocks, and there are 4 core building blocks, this is how I personally built up my real estate business and how I was able to step out of my real estate business. So in the early days, I got really good at buyers and built up a standalone sort of buyer division that I was able to step out of. So my first buyer agent hire was Chris Goodwin back in 2009. And we worked at the time, the only lead platform we had was Boomtown. We worked that system together until ultimately I was able to pass it off to him, hire another buyer agent, and that sort of took on a life of its own while I focused on mastering sellers. So the maximum payoff seller system is core building block number 2. Got really good at generating seller leads, converting those leads over the phone to face-to-face appointments. I was awful at that process when I first did it, but I dialed in, I got better at it. And now we have a system for working sellers, not only from lead gen to lead conversion, to also servicing that business. And we'll go through all of that in B School. Number three building block here is building a self-managed team. This is probably the hardest part. The hardest thing you'll do in your career, in my opinion, is building out a team that has a culture around getting stuff done that's in the best interest of the team in a way that ultimately services the best interest of our clients. So a raving fan culture all around. So we'll spend a lot of time in B School on building a self-managed team, and then ultimately with a handful of tools, you'll be able to step out of your business if your business is scaled properly. So not everyone's going to go from 20 or 30 or 40 deals to 250 deals and be able to step out, in this 8-module training. But the goal is to give you literally every system, tool, strategy, everything that I know about what I did, you'll have in your hands to be able to step out of your business when the time is right for you, because you'll know the proper compensation model to have in place. You'll know how to manage a team. You'll know how to sort of keep that weekly team rhythm going. You'll have a seller system that works without you and a buyer system that works without you. So you'll have all the pieces that you need. So you're probably asking yourself, what can you expect from Real Estate B School? The first thing is you really need to expect to be challenged. And what I mean by that, kind of touched on it a second ago, is that every part of this process for me, it's been a 5 or 6 year process here, going from no sales experience whatsoever, no experience in real estate, to having a business that this year will likely sell. We're shooting for 380, but the goal really in my mind is 400 sales. Very, very profitable business at the same time. So every part of that process and the growth that came along with it was an uncomfortable process. You can expect, even thinking about some of the things we're going to go through, they'll make you feel uncomfortable. You're going to receive a lot of valuable information. Information really is kind of useless unless you can act on it. So I packaged it in such a way, and I'll deliver it in such a way that you could easily act on this information. And you'll also get tools and systems that you can implement. And I'll go through that as well here. The goal is for you to take massive action toward building a true business that operates with or without you. And like I said before, not everyone's going to be at a point here where they're going to step away from their business in 8 modules and be done with it and sort of go on vacation for 10 weeks. But you'll have everything you need. You have learned everything you need to learn to be able to do that. And the goal and the reason why I had such a focus on building a business that was a true business that didn't require my input is because I had a family that I wanted to be with, young children. I had really, really big why that kind of motivated me and kept me focused toward my goal. Most of you know I don't work with clients. I'll go in half day Friday, some weeks if I need to sort of wrap up some business work. Tuesdays are our team days, but mainly 1 day per week now. It is my vision for every real estate agent and team leader that I meet that's attracted to my training. It's to give them the infrastructure, the systems, the training that they need to be able to achieve what I've been able to achieve in half the time. So it took me 6 years. I hope that for you, for going from where you are today, if it's 10, 20 deals or 100 deals, or even I have some clients that are selling 300 plus homes, but they're working 7 days a week. So to get them to a point where they have a true business that is a functional business. You must commit to personal growth and implementing what you learn here in B School, pig-headed discipline. That's a late Chet Holmes saying, apply PhD to everything you do and you can't go wrong. So pig-headed discipline. So you'll know the very fundamental framework that we'll go through here in B School. You'll know how to apply it and what's important about it, and you can apply that discipline to it. So Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, tells us self-discipline begins with the mastery of your thoughts. If you don't control what you think, you can't control what you do. Simply, self-discipline enables you to think first and act afterwards. So in real estate, the tendency oftentimes is to, because of the nature of the business and being wrapped up in transactions, which ultimately means being wrapped up in other people's lives, you sort of take on the drama of the deal and the drama of their personalities, and it becomes this overwhelming sort of existence. And if you don't have the discipline to carve up your day, and even if you are in at the stage where you need to be involved in transactions, you still need to be deliberate about your thoughts and your actions and have the discipline to separate the transaction world from the moving your business forward world. So here's how you get the most from B School. You have to block out this time. So this is valuable time where you're going to move your business forward. You're going to change the way you think about the world. You have to go through this content. You have to go through the action items. Just consuming the information is not enough. You actually have to act on the stuff that we're going through. So you'll probably end up watching each training module more than once. So you'll go back to the member portal and watch the training modules over and over. And you will have to take notes. There's some sort of study about learning and writing and how you'll get more from a training if you're sitting in front of your computer and taking notes as each module goes on. There's worksheets provided, there's tools provided, there's the whole Google Drive and the Dropbox. Make sure you take advantage of all of the things in there. And I'll go through a lot of it, and you'll see most of it and how I apply it to my business. And you have to be open to new ideas and be willing to trust my advice. So it was probably a couple years ago where I got to the point where I was really just sick of kind of reading things online and just watching other agents say that this thing was working great, and then watching a whole flock of agents go and order it, and then to find out that it doesn't work, or it wasn't this solve everything or this magic bullet that everyone thought it was. And so I just got to the point where I literally got rid of all of my coaches. I realized that my coaches really weren't doing what I wanted to do. And I thought that was sort of a revelation in and of itself. Not that they were bad or that they gave me bad advice, but I really wasn't aligned with someone that actually had achieved what I was achieving. But also just to realize that most of the stuff you hear, 90% of it is total BS and it doesn't work. So now when I get an idea from someone, or someone says, yeah, you might want to think of doing this, I have to know, how much money they have in the bank. If their wife or their husband actually likes them, if their kids see them in the evenings or weekends, how many homes they've sold from doing this thing that they're now telling 1,000 agents on Facebook to do. What their margins are in their business, if they're working with clients or not. I mean, my BS meter is so high now from all the advice that agents are giving on social media. So just know that everything I share with you is proven. I've used it in my business. It's based on sound business principles. It's not based on chasing the latest and greatest thing. And really, I encourage you to start to question your peers. Social media, in my opinion, is not really a good thing when it comes to real estate. There's all these mastermind groups online, and I see agents running 5 different Facebook groups and wondering and knowing that person's business and the advice they're giving, and wondering, like, what are they doing, even spending any minute on social media. So really start to question your quote unquote peers when they tell you about the next best thing. You have to take action and implement the tools and systems presented in this training here. So here's my commitment to you. Every module I'll give you, it's really the very best tools, systems, tactics, and strategies that I use in my business currently. And I give it to you in a way that's easy to understand and, most importantly, easy to implement. I will not hold back. I will tell the absolute truth. Not many coaches out there even have a real estate business that they're able to sort of model for other people and make mistakes in and bring the best things out to their clients. But I will tell you the truth, and I will not mince words. You will get obviously the things that I've really done well, but in my opinion, more importantly, I'm going to let you know about the mistakes that I've made. you will get absolutely everything I've got. All of my passion, drive, the determination that I have, I'm going to give to you in this training. So I have a true passion. I don't have a passion for selling homes or meeting with clients, but I have a passion for business. And I have a passion for helping people. The training that I'll give you can, if you're willing to play all out, it can change your life. And I don't say that because I got a big ego and I think this is the best thing in the world. But you'll find that once you go through this process, you'll see like, man, that is really basic stuff. You mean to tell me if I focus on those basic 8 modules and I do that over and over and over again, and I get better at those 8 things, that my life can look this way in 1 or 2 or 3 years. And that's what you're going to find when you go through this process. You need to let go of your fears, absolutely have fun. It's a fun business we're in. I mean, we get to help people. And this process is especially fun, being able to, view your life in a different way. Just because your life is the way it is today, it doesn't mean 6 months or a year or 2 years from now, it can't be the way you want it. And really commit to playing all out and leaving nothing on the field here, so to speak. I'm always available to answer questions. You can email clientcare@larshedenborg.com. So here's a cool picture I got with Tony in Fiji. He's just an awesome mentor, and anything you can consume of Tony's is worth 100 times what you'll pay for it, except if you go to Fiji because it's ridiculously expensive to get there. But especially, he's got this ultimate edge. It's a combination of 3 products that he have, and on Amazon you can get it for a couple $100. Really cool. I would pick it up. And I'm not an affiliate of his, so I don't get paid on it. But so Tony says here, words from the wise: one reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. So by being part of Real Estate B School, you've made the commitment to master business as it relates to your real estate market, in your real estate market. So that means that you're no longer going to look for, oh man, that person's doing that thing. Let me go try that. Oh, this person's doing social seller lead gen. Let me try that for a little bit. Oh, look at this. That person's doing that. That's going to end. We're going to give you the basic fundamentals of things you have to be doing, and really a handful of marketing systems that we'll go through in module 1 here, less than a handful of critical technologies that we'll go through. And then we'll sort of feed in around it all the systems and the recruiting and all that other good stuff. So, but you must give up the dabbler in you, and you have to decide to be a master of business, which is what we're doing here. So again, any questions, email clientcare@larshedenborg.com, and must take action on these tools and strategies.